O God, my Father, there is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassions, they fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever wilt be.
For some of the music directors we had, Dan Nelson was the one I can think of. He was also Keith's band teacher at Melbourne High School, Melbourne Junior High. So there was a close connection there. He was also our music director for a period of time, very much involved with it. Keith and Alliance was the Swearingen boys. Jeff and Kent Swearingen were both at Alliance. And we still have some tapes of them. Again, they were all professional, all perfect. They wanted to be perfect about it. We've always had very good musicians at Nall. Excellent.
With the Alliance group, you probably have their CD or their deal. I do too, and it just impacted me so much. There was a couple songs on there that were really good, plus the fact that during that time, Frank is one of 13 children, so there were all of his brothers, about 6 brothers. We'd always get together every summer for a family deal. And I bought a CD or a tape for every one of those guys, every one of those families, because I thought it was so impactful. You know, I just said, you guys have to listen to this, you have to absorb it, you have to listen to it, and just let it talk to your soul. And their songs just always spoke to my soul. And I just really enjoyed them, and I'm sure you did too. So.
Oh yeah, my dad would just play them until the cassette would wear out, and then we'd have to get another one. And
yeah, that's me. I had it in my car, playing it back and forth.
So Alliance, when I was I think I was in high school at the time. Obviously, my brother and I were, sang together for years and years since we were growing up. Of course, Kent and I would listen to a whole mess of music, different styles, and really enjoyed blend. And so we would sing duets together, but then as we got friends around us that sang, then we ended up folding them in. And there was a guy by the name of Keith Cox that we found out had a high voice, and I don't remember the first time we sang together, but I remember thinking, man, Kent and I blend, we're brothers, and there's something about biology that helps that, but Keith isn't our brother, but he might as well be. Mm-hmm. It's just like, this is so fun and so incredible, that blend and his heart to go with it.
Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto
me. Anyone who doesn't get goosebumps from that has a hole in their soul.
Another pillar of the church would be Donna Gentry, who I just love to hear her play the piano and the organ, and she just made the church come alive when you could hear her play.
I will be forever grateful for Donna Gentry. In so many ways. Right. Oh my goodness. Donna, you are a precious soul. And poured into me, encouraged me.
One of the first people to invest time in me was Donna Gentry. And she always would put on these beautiful children's musicals and big productions with the children's choir. And she always made sure that there was a place for those who were willing having to do the work and learn the music to be able to use their talents for God. And she made it clear from the beginning, we're not doing this for our own glory. We're doing this to bring glory to God. And that's why we've been given these gifts. And that's why we should develop them to the best that we can do and give our best to God on Sundays.
I remember one of the first times singing in the new sanctuary where I had a solo. And I had asked you to play, and you graciously did. And you rolled through the introduction, and it's my time to sing. There's just one problem. I hadn't a clue as to what my first note was. I could not get it anywhere, but I know I'm supposed to be singing.
My very first solo in public was here on this platform at Nall Avenue. I couldn't have been more than maybe 5 years old. It was Christmas time on a Sunday evening service. Donna had taught me to sing Silent Night and Away in a Manger, and I had felt really confident about Silent Night. I knew those words backwards and forwards. Wasn't really very confident about Away in a Manger, so I worked really hard on Away in a Manger. I wanted to get it right. I didn't want to mess up. I get up there. I've never done this before. There's so many people out in the congregation looking at me, and Donna begins to play, and I start singing Silent Night. Now, this is the one that I hadn't been worrying about, so I hadn't practiced it quite as much. And as tends to happen when your nerves get in the way, I blanked on the lyrics about halfway through Silent Night. I just was a deer in headlights.
So I sang, and it's like, it was awful. I don't know what note I was on. I could tell it was definitely not the right one. Oh, so embarrassed. So I stopped and looked over at Donna. I was like, Donna, can we try this again? And she graciously rolled through that wonderful introduction again. And I got nothing again.
Now, I'm only about 4 or 5 years old at this point, so what did I do? I threw my head back and I yelled, "Mommy!" Of course, my mom wanted to shrink down into the pews and disappear.
Go over to the piano, to the side of the platform there, and I go, Donna, can you just hit my note on the piano? And she hits it, and I hum it all the way back to the bunker. And she rolls through the introduction again, nailed my note that time, and we're off and running. I remember, though, when I was done, walking off the platform, and I said to myself, I will never sing here again. I said that. And what an
Never
idiot.
say never.
Nall would have none of that. Donna would have none of that. And later I would be the music minister.
But what happened next is, I think, one of the key things that kept me on the road towards worship ministry. Instead of stopping or making an awkward situation out of it, Donna began singing from behind the piano, and the whole congregation started singing with me. Nobody was laughing, nobody was pointing their fingers at this funny moment, this awkward moment, but instead, the entire church came together to sing Silent Night with me. And I was able to join with them, and I was able to finish the song and still get so much encouragement after that moment, and nobody was upset with me. It was just a very encouraging, beautiful moment of the church coming together to say, it's okay. You gave your all. You gave your best. It doesn't matter if you forgot the words. And that's such a beautiful metaphor for what worship in the church is supposed to be. That it's not about the person on the platform giving a perfect performance, but it's about the church coming together.
Sing no more